So whenever you see first buy amount, just like what I said, it means what? The first amount of money you are using to open your first position. So if you open this open position double, it means 10 times 2, meaning 20. Any amount that is here will be multiplied by 2. So open position double means double it. And you guess already what that's going to mean. If the first market you are buying $10, because you have doubled your position, it means it's going to double. Because, for instance, we put $25 here on the first buy amount, $25. Then we put on the margin configuration, let's say here 0.3. Now, 0.3 of $25 of our first buy amount, how much is it? It will be 25 times 0.3. That will be 7.5. Okay. So now, if we open position double, whereby this place is 50, what do you think that is going to happen? Because once you open this position double, it means this 25 that is here, it now becomes 50. What's going to happen? It means 0.3 times 50. Did you see? It doubles it. So that is what it means to open this position double. So that's why we don't use it. Why opening it? Just increase the first buy amount. Okay, so anytime you see first position double, don't increase it. Now, what is the next thing? The next thing is margin call. What is margin call? Margin call means the number of percentage drop you set in the market. Number of the percentage drop you set in the market. Number of percentage drop you set in the market. Meaning, I want to stay in this market for 30% dip, for 39% dip, for 40% dip. Okay, even if this market is going to drop 80% dip, I'm going to stay in it. Now, what are you going to do? That 80%, you need to arrange the margin drop up to that 80%. So how did you first set it? You have to come here and know how many calls you want to make. Okay, let's say you want to make 28 calls, you put 28 calls. Now, any amount of call you put here, where are you going to set it? You set it in margin configuration. Margin configuration is where you now configure that 28 or 24th call you wrote here. This is the place you now configure it. Okay, let's be doing it all more practical. Okay, let's assuming this is 7, right? Now let's click the margin configuration. Did you see? It is up to 7th call. You see, the last call is 7th call. Okay, because that is the margin configuration you set. Okay, let's assuming we change it to 24 margin call. Okay, let's go to confirm. Okay, you go back again. If you click it and come here, it didn't change. What do? Just go back and click on it again. It will automatically change. Did you see that? It has picked up to 24 margin call. Now, in this margin call, what am I going to do? I'm going to now set the margin call drop based on the parameters that I choose in order to get the dip that I'm looking for. If I'm looking for 80% dip, then I can choose my parameters, what I want to use 4 or 2 point something or 3 point something to get it to that 80% that I want to buy into. Okay, now this side means any amount that is this side is multiplied with your first buy amount. Now that means if I said Robert here buy 1, it means this 1 multiplied by my first buy amount is the money that the robot is going to invest when this robot has made 21 call. Any amount I put in each of those margin call drop is the amount that the robot is going to invest anytime it make that margin call. So anytime 24th call is made, that means if it is 3 I put here, it means this 3 times first buy amount. That is how much amount that this bot is going to invest. Because the bot will not perform on its own until you have given it instruction. That's what makes it beautiful. So it is not controlled by the company. The bot is not controlled by anyone. The bot is controlled by you. So the moment you buy the bot, you become the controller of the bot. And how do you control it? By understanding how to do this setting. Okay, what is the next step? Hold position, take profit ratio. Hold position, take profit ratio. What does this mean? This means that this bot, anytime it make a margin call, you tell the bot, if you move 1.3% up, take profit. What do I mean? If you set, for instance, we set this bot that, Robert, I buy you with first buy amount $50. Once the market drop 3.5, invest 2. 2 means 2 times 50, my first buy amount, that's 100. Invest $100. Now, what does that whole position take profit means? It means, Robert, if you come out from this 3.5 and start going up, and now you have come out of this 3.5, if you move from that 3.5 after coming out of that 3.5, if you move 1.3 above the 3.5, take my profit. So that means this $100 that I have invested, once the robot come out of this margin call and move up 1.3, then let the bot take profit. That is what whole position take profit means. Then another one is whole position take profit callback. Now, this thing is as the same as sub position take profit callback. These two is the same. What did they mean? They means, Robert, when the market has moved, I love using practical so it's clear. When the market has moved from 3.5 call it made and come up from that 3.5, and now it has gotten up to another 1.3, which is my percentage take profit. And Robert, you could sense that this market is going to go beyond 1.3, that this market is even going to get to 2.4. Now, that's why you see some people, they will tell you, my bot has come up to over 1.7. Why is it not taking profit? This is 1.8, it's not taking profit. And all of a sudden, you see the whole thing, it will go down to 0.99. Not even up to 1% again. Why? The robot already says that this market may reach not even 2.4, beyond 2.4. So that 0.3 that we normally change to 0.1, what it means is that, okay, Robert, when you now sense that this market has now done 2.4, and you notice that the market is not going to go above this, maybe when the bot we know is when the market is now dropping down to 1.7. So you now tell the robot, from that time, you have that intelligence. Once it drop 0.3, from that place, you have that intelligence. Take the profit. Meaning, for instance, it's dropping, then it has the intelligence here. Then it takes the profit at 1 point, maybe 600 something. That's what it means. But sometimes before the robot will have the intelligence, what will happen? The market has dropped even below 1.3. That's why you see some people will just put it 0. Meaning, robot, once you give that 1.3, take, don't even wait for it to go anything else. Just that 1.3 take, which I don't normally like. So I always put it at 0.1 to give it that benefit of doubt. In case, if this happened, it could take more better profit, 1.6, than just taking 1.3. That's what it means. And that is the same thing it means when it comes to sub-beam mode. When it comes to sub-beam mode, that is the same thing it means when it comes here. That is the same thing it means. Do it between the first call to fourth call. And remember, between the first call to fourth call is the only time we are taking 1.3% profit. That's the only time I take 1.3% between the first call to second call and my first buy amount. Apart from it, I don't take 1.3 again. I increase my take profit. Okay. So now, what does this mean? Buy in callback. What does it mean? Now, this is what it means. Bitcoin is at 69,000. then, okay, or let's say Bitcoin is at 68,000 and you buy, and Bitcoin make profit at 68,000.000. You now ask your bot, don't buy the same Bitcoin at that same 68.000 that you took your profit. You ask the bot, exercise patience. Once this market drop 0.5, buy again. Now, when I see people come here, put it 0.0, that makes it totally wrong. Why? The market is selling high and buying high. It is just like you just market you bought at 67. Get to 68, you ask it to sell. It sell at that 68, and immediately you sell at that 68. It buys again at that 68. What does that mean? It's selling high, buying high. So the 0.5, it's what makes it sell high, buy low. At least it will not buy at the same position it sold. It will wait to drop a little bit before it buys in again. I even see some people put it 0.8, which is also good. But for me, I prefer to use the robot defaulted setting, which is 0.5. And in this whole position profit, I prefer to use 0.1 because of what I just explained to you right now. Okay, so that's what it means. Now, the last one is distributed and take profit allocation. What does this mean? This is the place that this bot becomes beautiful. In fact, and this is the reason why we love the deep. This is the reason we enjoy the deep, this particular place. Now, what does that mean? Very simple. I'll show you. When this bot had made from first call to the fourth call, this is known as one house. What do I mean? If this bot has made first call, second call, third call, and the market starts coming up, and you notice that this market has gone up above 4.5 and has gotten another 1.3% profit, which is supposed to take profit for you, it will not. It will hold the market until it has totally come out of this first call, which is 3.5. It has totally come out of here. Now, when it now moves 1.3% up from here to here, that's when you now make profit. You can't make profit because fourth call return back or because third call return back. No, it's going to hold it until the market totally come out from this. So because I understand that, I wouldn't want to increase this place. I wouldn't want to stay a long time in this place, knowing that 4 of them is one house. That's why you see my strategy normally starts with this first call to fourth call with a lower margin drop. Why? Because all of them is one house. Where is the beauty of the market? From the fifth call. Because if this market make 8 call and it move 8 call upwards, my first take profit is 1.4. Once it have 1.4 up immediately, what happened? It closed this market, return the money back to my account with the profit of 1.4 back to the account. If this robot do 7th call, let's assume at a 12% drop. Once you come up this 12% drop, what happens? It takes 1.7 dollar, 1.7% profit. Once it goes 1.7% above this $12, it takes the profit. Okay, I'm giving you an example. Okay, but now how do I work the mathematics? Why is it that when I come in this profit allocation, I increase it like 2.2%? Why am I doing it? Or I come here, I will increase it like 3%. Why am I doing it? Let me show you. Look at this. Look at this. If I set the margin configuration, look at it. Let's assume the percentage drop I'm taking from distributed allocation from fourth call is 3%. And from, okay, let's start from fifth call, sixth call. So, you know, from sixth call is 3%. Then from fifth call is 2.6%. That's a profit allocation I'm taking from the sub position. And let's assume in here, I put $1, 1, 1. It means this is total wrong. It is a wrong setting. Or let's assume it, then here. Okay, let me do it like this first so that you will understand it. Let's assume it like how I see other people used to do their settings. Let's assume on their 5th call is 8 margin call. On their 6th call is 12 margin call. Guess what is going to be their profit percentage allocation in their sub mode? 1.1. I mean, that is, I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why? From 6th call to 5th call, it will take this market to move 10% upward in order to return 6th call. Then when it returns 6th call, it will be a 5th call. For it to return to 4th call, it will need to take another 8% to return from 5th call to 4th call. Now, if this market returns to 5th call, and the person that is taking 1.1, I want you to know where he take 1.1. The moment this market return to a 5th call, he take 1.1. Now, from the 5th call to the 4th call, guess how many percent he has to wait? 8%. And he's waiting for this market to get to 8% so that he can take 1.1. Then what am I doing? Instead of allowing this market to waste this 10% before it gets to 8th call, I will turn it into profit of 10.1%. Meaning, before this 10% will return to get to 8% to make calls, I have already taken a profit of 10%. I don't know if this is clear with you. Let me use a more better number that will be good. 3. So what does that mean? For this market to make 6th call, it has to drop 3% from this 3%, right? To make call. Now, for it to make 7th call, it has to drop 3% from 6% to make the call. From it to make 8th call, you have to drop 3% from this. Okay, so that's the distance. Now, that means there is a space of 3 between here and here. There is a space of 3%. There is a space of 3% between here and here. There is a space of 3% between here and here. Why taking in the space that you have 3%? Why taking 1.1? It doesn't make sense. So out of 3%, that is the space of your profit. You are taking 1.1, which means you're leaving behind 1.9. Guys, did you get this? You're leaving behind 1.9 because the space between this 3% drop to this 3% drop is 3%. The space between this percentage drop to this percentage drop is 3%. So if it is 3%, why not you take that 3% of that space as the market moves up? Because before it can cover this space to get to this volume, you have taken that 3% that is in the middle. Guys, I don't know whether you're getting what I'm explaining. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm explaining. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm explaining. That's why you see, I could come on that, okay, let me, 5th call, I can do 3% profit. What am I doing? That space. I'm trying to take all the profit that is in that space. So that is why when people use my strategy, they make more profit, even with little capital. Why? Because of this opportunity of taking more profit from this sub position. Profit of what? Profit of the space between your margin calls. The space between your margin call, the space between here and here, this space. The space between 10th call, 8th call to this call is 8. The space between here to here is 10. Between 10 to 12 should be 10, yes. The space between 12 to 4, which is very wrong. It's 4. Because from here, once you take this 12 call, it takes 4% down to make this call. It takes, once you make this call 10, sorry, it takes 12% down to make this call. And once you make this call, it takes it 4% down to make this call. So this percent, this space that is here, what do? I go to sub-bin position, I increase the take profit allocation so that this space will not be empty, wasting. Instead, as they are going up, my profit is increasing. When this market finally takes the profit in the sub-bin mode, that's why most times you take your profit in the sub-bin mode, you are seeing 2.8, you are seeing 3 point something. Why? It is that space we are covering. Now, the reason why you may find it a bit difficult to understand is because in sub-bin mode, the robot is not showing us when the market is already in profit in that sub-bin mode. For us to know, we are in profit, now it's taking. It only show you that it sell, but it didn't show you where the market was blue. When you are looking at your candlestick, you are looking at your chart, it will still be red. It will still be looking like this, okay? But while it's looking like this, it's making money from the sub-bin mode. So that is what is happening behind that sub-bin mode, and that is that secret why I'm taking more percentage profit in the percentage drop. Guys, I believe that this is very clear. I believe that I have explained this page very well for everyone to understand it. Don't worry, I'm recording it. I'm going to release the video so you can play it over again. Now, when you come to this place, strategy mode, what does it mean? It has 3 options. When your robot is in this whole warehouse mode, what will happen is that you will be making profit. It will only be in your transaction record. You see up here, got transaction record. You will be seeing it here, but it will not be recorded in your revenue. Why? Because it is not yet charging you fuel fee. It is waiting for all the market to come out of entirely deep before it charges the fuel fee and put the record for you at once. If you use this sub-bin mode, it is still the same thing. You will not be seeing the record. Once you can only be seeing the record when it is in a bull run. But the moment you are buying first drop, second drop, fourth drop, you will not be seeing any profit that is coming from that. So whenever your market is here, know that that particular coin is making profit, but you can't see it. If you want to see it, know the last time it sold, go to the transaction record on top of here to see it. Okay, real-time settlement means, robot, anything you sell right now, take your fuel fee, register it for me. I want to see it in my revenue because I want to know how much I'm making every day. So that is why I suggest everyone to use real-time settlement permanently, not sometime, permanently, until maybe if they have any upgrade, then we will know. Okay, so this be in real-time settlement, then confirm. But I can't confirm because there's no trade that is already at set. So for instance, you a new bot user, you open market. After you open market, the market bounce back. After you open market, the market bounce back. What do you need to do? Go on top of here, the right log. It will show you what the problem is on top of here. Now I'm helping leaders. Leaders, your prospect may have all this problem of this issue all the time. It will show you that of what the problem is, whether the API bounding is not correct or if there is any issue. It will show it to you here. So that's where you find out if there's any issue when you are opening market, and it will open and a little time it stops. You have to go and open it again, it continues. So go there to see what is actually the problem. I think you already know one shot is to put it one shot means after sell this market, don't buy again. But if this margin call is open, it will continue to buy. Especially when you are copying strategy. If you are copying strategy and you don't want to continue with that strategy, after you put it on one shot, what do? Close your margin call. Because if you don't close your margin call, after that market sell off all the calls it make, it will continue to be buying because this was not closed. Okay, so don't just only put a one shot when you want to cancel, also close the margin call. Okay, I didn't see any reason why anybody should click on this sell button. Why would you want to sell at loss? Except maybe you see profit and your bot is not taking, and you know you have good internet is profit, you can as well sell it. Sell it, and once you sell it, you click start again and start the same market again. Okay, you want to do replenishment, this is what you use in doing replenishment, which I have explained several times, and which normally I don't do replenishment. I love to trade cycle. Okay, so I believe I have explained most things that people would be asking question about. Okay, thank you so much for watching this presentation. Okay, I'm going to go into question and answer right now, so I can reach out to everyone.